the recording right now. We are recording, so we're gonna try the OKI frigate, the Imperial frigate made by He Who Has Many Deaths. I think that's the name of the author. Versus my updated latest version of the Akula, which is a heavy frigate. So it's a frigate duel, lighter frigate, fast frigate, which is the OKI, versus the Akula, which is heavier. So, not to ramble on, let's go. Weapons are on.
The bridge of this is very exposed. I'm trying to see if
Oh,
it has a.
it does have. It has a CIC right below, under the stairs.
Lost inside my own ship here.
Well, we get used to the way we build our own ships, so
Yeah.
when we're flying a different one, it's kind of like hard.
Ready for battle.
Okay, let's go. I'm coming at you.
Right.
And yeah, neither one of us has trainable weapons, so it's just like we're letting the turrets do the damage.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use my usual tactics here. I'm going to try and come in on a flank.
For some reason, my guns are not shooting at you. Neither one.
Am I still in the faction? I shouldn't be.
Let's check that.
Yeah, I'm not in the faction. My
Yeah.
ship is owned. Oh, your ship is still neutral, I think.
Oh, and I was looking at it. I already lost one gun. That counts as an error. That's fine. Let's go. Let's keep going. How did I lose?
You still got plenty of firepower left. All right, coming in for a second attack run on you. It's like I thought. Even though I'm faster, I can't outurn you.
Yeah, and I bet the rockets are doing some damage. Let's see.
Well, even beyond that, you can keep all of your limited artillery guns trained right at me. Ooh, I just lost the reactor, I think. I'm getting huge power deficits. Yeah, I think you just nailed my power plant. Okay, I'm dead in the void here. Yeah, one of your big 230mm guns punched right through the side of the ship and took out the main reactor.
Oh, you know that's what happened when remember when we did that torpedo test?
Yeah.
That's a weakness of that ship. It doesn't have any redundancies with power.
Yeah, it seems to just have the one large reactor powering the whole thing. So you took that out, and I'm dead. Completely adrift here. There's not even batteries for reserve power.
And I cannot catch up with you to tow you. I guess you're gonna have to delete the ship. Cut it and paste it, and we'll analyze the results. Somehow I managed to get my antenna damaged. Can you see me?
Not at the moment.
Okay, let me Let me make a full stop.
I think I took out your antenna,
Yeah,
so you're going to need to hear that or slap one on, so I have an idea where you are.
exactly. I'll do that.
You can just go in and turn its guns off and slap a reactor on it so that it doesn't float away.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened is that we basically were like facing one of our cheeks to the other, and
Just hitting armor shots.
yeah. So I got hit really close to the CIC and took out one of my retro thrusters. Same thing
Mm-hmm.
happened with you. And
Yeah, this is a much bigger retro thruster, though. I think that's a flaw in the design of this. The main rear thrusters are much more exposed than on the Akula.
true, they are obscure and they are smaller in the Akula. And I usually place the main reactor in between those thrusters.
Yeah, it strikes me that would be a much better placement.
Exactly.
But whoever made this put it square in the middle of the ship next to relatively thin side armor.
Yeah, it's weird because he sandwiched the light and heavy armor on the bow, but in here there's just like one like line, one like belt line of heavy armor, and then on the top and the bottom there's like just light armor. And here you can see the hole that basically killed the ship.
Yeah. So it was a pretty cinematic ending.
Yeah, exactly. It's the first time that I have seen like one ship being finished off like that.
Mm-hmm. And it's so easy to make distributed systems in space engineers that it usually takes a lot of punishment to knock your ship out.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. You didn't lose the camera.
Yeah. Actually, not 100% sure where that was. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I guess it's. I would guess the cameras are not the highest priority for the turret AI. And in the Naiad, I lose cameras a lot because, one, they're right on the prow, but two, they're relatively near to other relatively high value targets like guns. Whereas on this, it's just kind of sitting in a very non essential, low component area of the ship. So that's not going to draw as much fire as the guns and the reactors and the engines.
Yeah, that's true. Because yeah, usually like you said, like cameras get splash damage, especially my designs. And well, yeah, like you said, the Naiad too, being so close to turrets.
You catch one or two rockets on those casemate guns, and it will take out the camera from splash.
Indeed. Okay, what else? Overall, the ship seems like intact.
Yeah, it was losing turrets faster than you were, but it was mainly that reactor kill shot. It still has pretty solid armor integrity otherwise.
Actually got a hull breach in the engineering compartment. And oh, what I wanted to show you is that I managed to get one of the blocks behind me damaged in the CIC. I don't know how that happened though. Would be like, some splash damage or like damage leak from the side shot that got my retro thruster. Apparently leaked into and damaged this thing that I had here, the passage.
Well, it's interesting. When I was poking around in the Space Engineers files when I was working on my coil gun mod, I noticed that in the default ammunition types, there's actually an ammo type called shrapnel, which I'm guessing is generated when blocks are destroyed. And if it's projectile ammunition, the way Space Engineers physics work, it would not surprise me if you have slight phasing issues where some of those projectiles clip into or through blocks, and that's why you end up getting damage in weird places.
I see now.
That's purely speculation, but
Actually,
that's my guess.
actually, you made me remember something. When did you start playing this game? Like around which update?
Um, quite a while ago. It was before sort of before modding was in.
Okay.
I remember that.
Do
Before
you re-
weapons. Well,
do you remember something that happened when you shot a rocket at an asteroid? Do you remember like white small particles flying all around and then like blinking the exterior of the ships?
um, not per se, but I do notice that there's scrap metal particles that are generated when missiles hit heavy armor, and there are also rock particles that are generated even today when missiles hit asteroids that are
Yeah.
short-lived but spray out.
Yeah, well, it was before that, and they had like a blinking sound as if you were being hit by bullets. And
Mm-hmm.
in some update, they removed that. Maybe that's the shrapnel ammunition. Maybe they changed the mechanics. But I do
It may.
remember that that you would see like particles flying at you, and then
Mm-hmm.
you will hear that hitting sound. But anyway, yeah, that might be the answer. It was a really close hit here above the timer block.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of warped armor in the CIC here.
Yeah,
There's a big chunk twisted near the vent as well, and then one back by the gyro.
yeah. I guess this was like a little bit longer. Like if after you do the modifications to that frigate, definitely it would be on par or maybe even superior to the Akula because it's more agile. It will be more agile.
Well, I doubt I'm going to get enough thrust into that to be able to dance around you like I do with a Naiad.
Mm,
Uh, and unless I can stuff a whole lot more gyros in, you're going to be
yeah.
able to keep your nose pointed at me. So that's the crucial factor. I think I may be able to improve that frigate enough that it mitigates it, but I think the Akula's much, much heavier forward firepower and armor is going to keep it relevant even once I upgrade that fast frigate.
Well, either way, it's gonna be really interesting to see.